Welcome back, everyone. On this week, we're going to try to be doing something different. We've got three books for you, and we're both going to talk about it. So, different format. We'll see if you like it. So, as the intro, I'm going to show you guys the books for this week. So, we got Arkham City, The Order of the World by Dan Waters, and the art by Danny. On the Marvel side, we're going to have Dark Ages, writer Tom Taylor, and Ivan Coelho as the art. And the last but not least book that we love this week is Batman the Imposter, the art by Andrea Sorrentino and the writer Mattson Tomlin. So let's get to it in today's timeline. All right, Justin, take us into our first book of...
Yeah, all right. Our first book of the week is Arkham City, The Order of the World, written by Dan Waters, with art by Danny, who was on the actually on the show last week with the Miracle Molly one shot, I guess it was called, tie-in, whatever you wanted to call it. But this week we got another one. Amazing art. I really enjoy this art style. I have not ever seen this person's art before, so that was kind of cool. But it really gets the creepiness vibe of all the villains in this book.
Yeah, I agree with the creepiness vibe of the villains, but the different style of art I'm not a fan of. Yeah, I mean, I kind of I like dark, but it's just a little too abstract for me. Although I love the coloring on it, so props to Dave Stewart for that.
Dave Stewart, who also did Primordial. That's another current book. Gideon Falls, another book that just ended. It's the same exact creative team on Primordial. But I definitely like the fact that we're getting some kind of not new C-list villains, but I feel like villains that don't get enough support. Like Ten-Eyed Man. Ten-Eyed Man is really creepy.
Yeah, definitely a creepy dude right there. I mean, it's a very slow paced issue, but it's because they're introducing all these villains. Old villains, but it's a...
There's definitely quite a lot to work with here. We start with Ratcatcher creeping under a kid's bed, and then the doctor seems to think they're gonna eat the kid, or the police are. She doesn't seem to think he would do it.
Yeah, but who knows? I mean, he is Ratcatcher.
Right.
He's a twisted dude.
He is pretty twisted. You do get this great headline due to it, where he says like, "Arkham escapees are hiding under your children's bed." And it might be the most 80s headline I've ever seen in any book. Like, it's hilarious to me.
I do enjoy the little details on the side, and also I think there's a little bit of survivor's guilt on the doctor.
Yeah,
here.
Dr. Jocasta Joy, who is I guess a new character. I don't think I've ever seen her in a book before. The only psychiatrist to survive A Day,
yes,
which is the Joker attack, rumored Joker attack. There are some questions being brought up in the Joker book on if he actually did it.
And that's where I think, the survival's guilt comes into play, and that's why she wants to help all these escapees, and at least help one.
Yeah, her whole deal is saving one escapee. Her favorite right now seems to be Ten-Eyed Man, who somehow took a man's jaw out without cutting into him.
Yeah, I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, he's gonna make some kind of potion to keep them safe from the ghost of Amadeus Arkham, who is the original founder of Arkham Asylum, and is rumored to be hunting all of these inmates. And that is another one of the mysteries in this book. Who is this ghost? What does he want? Is it actually a ghost? I mean, ghosts do exist in DC lore, so it could just be a spirit. It could be something more sinister.
See, I wasn't aware of that, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, Spectre is a ghost, I guess. Spirit, if you will. And then the final question the book asks is, where did Mad Hatter go? Jarvis Tetch. Does this tie into the Fear State? Did Scarecrow take him? Because he is using Tetch's tech in the Fear State. So there are lots of questions in this book that need to be answered. This is only issue 1 of 6. Issue 2 will be out next month.
Sweet.
So Franco, get us to book number 2.
All right. So book I have for Marvel this week is Marvel Dark Ages. Tom Taylor and Ivan Coelho. Yeah, number 2. We skipped number 1 a few weeks ago. But I've got to say, the art for the covers is amazing. Issue 1 and issue 2, just the normal art covers have been totally on point. I love them.
Yeah, both main covers have been great. Tom Taylor, of course, the writer that's all over the place right now, writing Superman, Nightwing, Dark Ages, Batman, the Detective. He's quite a busy guy, and he's slowly becoming one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's doing really good. Yeah, I'm enjoying his stuff very much so. But also, another thing that I think that Marvel is enjoying a little too much in this moment is the death of Doctor Strange. Not just one book. They've got it happening in multiple, like, timelines or stuff that has nothing to do with one another.
Yes, they have killed him twice now in 3 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna maybe throw some more in there. Maybe a question of if he's around, things will get fixed really quickly. So
yeah, I definitely feel they tried to remove as many ex machinas as they could. Kind of like when Tom Taylor killed Batman in issue 1 of Deceased.
So that will happen sometimes.
Yes, that is gonna happen. That is our third member of the crew down there.
Was the death of Doctor Strange. So let's just go back to the book itself.
Yeah, back to the book itself. Personally, I felt like this one was a pretty big tone change from issue 1. I felt like issue 1 was a lot darker. I mean, they kill 3-4 heroes in the first 10 pages. They kind of hint that a kid died. Obviously, comic books almost never kill children, so we knew that wasn't going to last.
I'm loving the story so far. I like that the villains are getting plenty of screen time here.
Yes, I like that villains that are super powerful, like powerful to the point where they're hard to write, are involved. Like Kilgrave, Jessica Jones's arch nemesis.
Yeah, I saw his name and I thought, wow, I haven't heard this in a while, and I just looked it up. And I was like, wow, Kilgrave is back, the Purple Man, and as well as Apocalypse as the main villain here.
The final thing I really enjoyed with this issue are the night raids done by vampires and werewolves. Now that the lights are out, they have flourished beyond everything, to the point where people have barred their windows. They have Blade is obviously a main hero now. I mean, he is definitely important to the heroes.
I mean, since Dracula is pretty much standing next to Apocalypse when stuff goes down.
Yeah. So he is. I think he's there as a kind of probing other continents to see if Apocalypse could easily take them, because he is now Lord of Europe. And I think that'll be a main point of contention going forward, is how can they kind of liberate Europe from electricity powered Apocalypse, Kilgrave, Magneto's there. Not really by choice.
Yeah, Magneto's pretty cool scene. You come in, Magneto's powering a Faraday cage in order to give them electricity. So that's one way to fix their problem for the time being, but he couldn't hold it up for long.
No, he will die of exhaustion, I would assume, at some point.
Yeah. All right. Think that any other thoughts?
No, I think that'll bring us to our final book, which was actually coming out. It came out yesterday, but we wanted to bring it up this week just because it's such a great book.
Agreed. Batman the Imposter.
Issue 1 of 3. This is a 60-page an issue max series on the DC Black Label. And I think it used every bit of that M rating that DC allowed it.
I just have to get rid of the cat. Okay, the Imposter. So
every bit of that M rating.
Okay, so yeah,
between the Imposter kicking people off of rooftops
and just straight up just killing them that way, I was very shocked. Even the cop, while she was watching that, seemed a little shocked by.
Art-wise, great use of black and white. Andre Sorrentino is the artist on this one. He did Primordial. He's currently doing Primordial. He just finished Gideon Falls. He did Old Man Logan for Marvel. He did some of Green Arrow, New 52. Quite a popular guy.
I would say every single page here looks like it could be a piece of art somewhere. Like every panel, you could blow it up, put it in a painting, just put it on your wall, and it will be gorgeous. So that's something I really must say about this issue.
Yeah, I would love a print of the silhouette of Batman like sitting on the lightning rod, just like overlooking Gotham.
So well done.
It's so well done, but also the dialogue in this book is very good. Written by Mattson Tomlin, who is the screenwriter for The Batman, which comes out in March. Also wrote Project Power on Netflix, another kind of superpowered based universe. That was kind of a hit or miss movie. But, yeah. So, another screenwriter that makes his way to the comics, following John Ridley over with Batman Second Son.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like the little black and white like panels when they're doing little shots or something. You see the bullets, and when they're cracking somebody's skull, you see that part cracking, and it is incredible.
Right.
So let's see.
Yeah,
did we talk about the detective there? Let's see. She's has a interesting way of seeing, trying to like track down the Batman. It's trying to see what damage actually, who's getting profited by insurance.
Right, who profits off the Batman's carnage, which apparently he blew up a Wayne Tech building at some point in this book's timeline.
That's good. It kind of draws the attention away from him. And great story so far. What I can say is I want more of that.
Yeah, I cannot wait for issue 2. I believe this is the monthly series, so it will be done by the time the movie comes out.
Nice.
And the final thing with this book is, except for Leslie Tompkins, who is a great addition, never sees much screen time in books, and I'm kind of glad she was in this one. There's no Gordon. There's no Alfred. Very few villains. You see Ratcatcher.
It's mostly going to be focused on this.
Yeah,
Imposter.
there's this new Imposter. They kind of reference other villains along the way if you're paying attention. Like Wesker, who is the ventriloquist. I think you actually see him. He's actually in charge of... The cop interrogates him. I believe it's him, or maybe his son is the Wesker guy. Not really sure. They didn't really...
There's a lot of new people in there too. I think there's like 2 people in the book that I think that they might be the imposter, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to know more. I think issue 2 might tell us who the imposter is, like a last page reveal type of thing. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it this week for comics. Not much else to add, I don't think.
What about should we just go into what we've got for the future here?
Yeah, I think next week I have Joker 8. I am Batman 2.
I've got X-Men 4. Looking forward to whatever's happening in that storyline right now. The guy from space and all the cool Wolverines.
Batman 89-3 is also will be on next week's episode that came out this week. If anyone is a fan of the 1989 movie with Michael Keaton, definitely check that out. We know for a fact Joker will not be involved in this series at all because he's obviously dead. Yeah.
So let's see. We've got exciting news in the Marvel world, though. Will Poulter has been cast as Adam Warlock for the new Guardians 3 movie.
Yes, he's expected to make his debut there. Kind of a... I don't want to say a new actor, but he's never really been a lead. And I don't think as Adam Warlock he'll really be the lead again. Maybe the arch villain is what it's kind of set up to be. They angered some people in the second movie whose name I can't remember. But yeah, I believe they will be sending Adam Warlock after the Guardians.
Be an interesting introduction. I'm glad that they're adding more big time players to this with some good actors to it. I'm a fan of Will Poulter. He's got some funny movies. So
back to the DC world, I think we have some new stuff today. Tinny Howard will be replacing Ram V on the Catwoman title. His run ends with Fear State, 38 issues. I've read some of it. Highly recommend what I've read. I've not finished it, so I can't speak for all of the run, but
at least it's good for now. On my end, we got Chip Zdarsky, the writer for Daredevil, that had an amazing, like the best Daredevil run.
His Daredevil run will go down as a top 3 with Frank Miller.
Yeah, he will be writing a new Batman book, which is called Batman the Night.
Yeah, that is under the Black Label title as well. I know some people complain that there's too much Batman on the Black Label side of things, but
You get awesome Batman.
He's kind of the
way.
darkest character and easiest to write, I'd say, for Black Label. We do know there's a Superman story coming next year. I think that'll be the first Black Label Superman with Mark Waid and Brian Hitch on art. And then I think finally this week, some more reports are coming out about the Batman. A rumor has it they're using the Riddler as a Jigsaw from the Saw franchise style character as a kind of, he wants to play a game.
And that would be a new, different way of seeing the Riddler as a more aggressive, probably.
Be a new take on the Riddler. Ultra violent. We'll find out more this weekend, though. DC Fandom trailer has been confirmed.
Nice.
So,
I mean, that's about it on the news in my end.
that is about all I have as well. But we're looking forward to DC Fandom here in 2 days. We'll have a bonus video beginning of next week talking all about it. What movie trailers came out, comic books that were announced, and anything else that they talk about. We will probably be watching the whole event. It's about 4 hours long, 2 to 6 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, Saturday, guys. Don't miss that out.
Yeah, definitely don't miss that.
If you miss it, check us out next week because we'll have a nice detailed review for you guys.
We will have everything, as much as we can jam into one video. And yeah, I think that'll do it for this week's video, unless you have anything else to add.
No. Thanks for watching.
Enjoyed. Yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We do new videos every week. And then, say hello to our third party here that has decided to join us this week.
And that's Snow, by the way. All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys.